Oh, you guys. Oh no. Hmm. Oh no. Dude, the discounts, man. I look for Apex codes, man. Um. I'll show you. I'm trying to look for codes over here, guys. Wow. Alright, I don't know if there is one right now. I'm going to try to work on the strategy a bit here. Okay. So contract scaling, risk reward, 30% negative P&L rule. Okay, so see, I'm wondering I'll have to abstract this out too, because this is probably like Apex specific. I'm gonna look at some of the other ones real quick. Whoa. When does it start? Wow. EOD loss limit. So is that like, that's like drawdown, but it's only calculated at the end of the day? Ah. Wow. Wow, their link doesn't work. Dude, why even have this link? Brings me to the same page. Join a team. Yo, Mr. Burp, how's it going? I'm checking out that Stratify Grand Cup. Seems pretty cool. Am I good? Oh, good you. Oh my god, I guess I'm not good. I read that as you good? Yeah, I'm good, I'm good. Dude, I don't know what's been going on. I've been like out of it the past few days. I think I've just been so busy with everything. And yeah. I currently do not have an eval account. I blew my last one last week, and then I'm working on getting these 3 rules implemented into the strategy: the scaling, the 30% loss, and the 5-to-1 contract scaling thing. So I was just looking at that, but I wanted to get an account to test, and I realized Apex's sales aren't going on anymore, so that's why I was kind of looking at the Stratify Grand Cup. Could be good. I was looking at this. I see the loss limit. It says EOD, so it's not like the drawdown that I'm normally dealing with. A Ninja Trader one that's free. What do you mean Ninja Trader one that's free? Ninja Trader Arena? Is that like a... I should just look that up. Wow. Whoa. Alright. Alright. So my thing, the only thing right now for whether or not I can, like, commit to things is, I'm leaving for Korea on next Thursday. So maybe Monday, or makes sense, or maybe the 3rd. Um, yeah, the Tri-Fi seemed like it had like good rewards. This, yeah, I mean, I feel like what you're saying, uh, you know, joining for free and stuff. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be. They're really trying to get people to use NinjaTrader. What? What the heck? This doesn't. Okay, I don't know if I'm reading this all wrong, but it's like grand prize $8,000. The NinjaTrader Arena Cup Qualifier 3, $50,000 prize pool. So $50,000 to split across everyone. Join the NinjaTrader Arena Cup 400k in prizes. That's the 400k thousand or 400,000 prize pool. Compete in this 50k qualifier. See, I feel like this is what they meant to do for cash and a seat in the 250k championship. No, I see now. I see the qualifier has this prize pool. 8,000 grand there. And if you go to the championship, then you can win 100,000. I see. Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be very cool. Let's see, I guess a little over a week, maybe, for me if I wanted to hit it on the 3rd. I think I could get my rules in yeah. I have some website updates I gotta make. I've been working on them a bunch and I'm wrapping those up today. But then after that my plan was to really like finalize this strategy. And by finalize, what I mean is like I want to take this and make it like a skeleton, basically. That is just, you can copy and paste this code into any of your NinjaTrader scripts for, the manual entry automatic management of orders, and then make it so that there's like very specific spots to plug in code for the rules, depending on like if you're through Apex or my funded futures or whatever. And then also some of like the scaling, all of that I think can also be things that are like abstracted out. That way I can apply it to like anything. I can put it up for people to download. They can start like taking it and asking, ChatGPT to change their algorithm a little bit, but all that code that manages the account and tracks the account would still be good. So that's my goal here, is to like make this next week. So if I do that and it gets to that point, I think then joining in these competitions would be good, because that'll also be like right when I get there. So I should arrive in Korea on the 31st, settle in, and then I'm gonna be there with people who are trading, and we're gonna be trading, like every day. So this is probably a cool thing to do, and I feel like they'll probably also be doing it, so we can see if I can get them into it too. But yeah, I'll see if I can bring back any cool strategies that people just don't know about in the US. Not like that's gonna be a thing, but yeah. So sometimes in chat you see Jason. He's like the only other one usually, right? So Jason, I actually know. His brother and I went to school together, and him and his brother are, they're from Korea, but they lived in the U.S. His brother moved back to Korea after college, but we knew each other because we were both like into computer science and had a ton of classes and just hung out all the time. And we talked a lot of code stuff. So he went started doing his own thing in Korea. I was doing my own thing here, but we still stayed in touch. And then he was like, "Yo, I started doing this thing, futures trading on like a prop firm. Do you know about it?" I had no idea. You know, I was doing like crypto trading and stuff. Um, but he wanted to talk about it because he knew I liked trading. And then he started talking to me about it and teaching me about it. So, yeah, now we're just like, um, he is trying to teach me. And while we do, you know, like talk plenty remotely, it's still nice sometimes to get together and hang out and then just like trade. So, yeah, I'm gonna go there, hang out, stay at their house for a little bit, and see what advice they can give me. Because my one friend, he's been trading for like a few years now, like specifically in prop firms. So that'll be cool. Yeah. So I'll go try a bunch of food. See if I can like record that for you guys. I have my camera, you know. This is good now. I've been testing it out. I do have some video content to put out soon, but I think so I have someone who helps me edit my videos, and he's been pretty busy, which is why the 5th video is not out yet. And yeah, but yeah, so we should have some good documentation coming up soon. I'll document the trip, but of you know, all the trading chat and stuff. I think the thing is like we've been trading for a while, and you know, I have my own strategies that I've been like coming up with, even if they're not like the best. You know, my whole Hydra strategy I've been working on. So we have our ideas of like what maybe could be good indicators, good strategies, and stuff like that. So we're just gonna talk about it a bit and see what's up. Yeah, it'd be cool to make some really, really nice ones that really work. My goal is still to get to the point where I can have this like automatic enough to just go farm my stuff and make videos of me like growing pumpkins and making pumpkin soup and pumpkin pie for you guys. Not that that's like in the same realm, just related because of my shared interests of wanting to farm and wanting more time to farm and automating this, but maybe as a way to show you guys what's possible if you break out. I gotta make it first. But yeah, sorry, Mr. Rip, you know how I am. You get me talking, I start ranting, or like going on and on about it. Oh man, so yeah, this week I have a lot of coding to do. Like I said, I want to get this one done, and then yeah, those both seem like a good deal, honestly. Like this one, the Tratify one for $35, that's pretty much as cheap as you're gonna get any 50K account at their best sale. So they have that. They have like a golden pig floating in the air right here with money in it. Very good marketing. I can't say no. And then this one also just being free. Yeah, like both of these. Like marketing's not as good because I don't see like a nice cute pig with money in it. But they do have a lot of checks and stuff that makes me think that they were very thorough. Yeah, no, I do think I want to do this though. This could be cool. I have to look at all the rules. Oh, it's a guide. They have a guide on how to win. Okay. Hopefully no one else follows this. Oh, it's a sign-up guide. Oh. Come on, dude. It said trade to win, and there's a guide right there. Yeah, what are they doing? These websites and their links, man. It's like the Tratify one. I was like sitting here clicking see all rewards for like a minute only to realize it literally doesn't go anywhere else. If you just look at the link, it's literally the same page. Yeah, that's kind of like what I'm curious about. If it's like way less restrictive than Apex, like I don't need to make my strategy as perfect then. So that could be cool. Paper trading. Wow. 18 plus. I wouldn't have been able to do this back when I was trading in high school. What the heck? What the heck, dude? How can they have FAQs that say just reference the rules? The FAQs are supposed to clarify the rules. It's like, frequently asked question, what's the virtual account balance available for each participant? Frequently responded answer, just read the rules again, bro. That's literally what it's saying. Ooh. Oh, shoot. No MNQ, dude. Okay, so this is just general. These are general rules. This is, yeah. Browse competitions, that's why. Yeah. It's tough when you can't backtest them, you know. But sometimes you have that feeling that it's going to work. Like mine. Like, I can't backtest it because it relies solely on me just randomly hitting enter the market. So, 9 profit factor, yeah, that's pretty crazy. I'm trying to find the rules for this. Dude, they just want me to sign up. I want to read the rules, dude. Oh my god. I mean, yeah, profit factor of like 4.5 is still insane. The Arena Cup. Is this what we're doing? Oh, it is. I guess. Oh, here we go. Qualifying competitions, so the qualifiers. Yeah. No, that's for real. I think we can do it. Why are their rules always having me reference their other rules, man? It's only 11 pages. Okay. Looks good. Wait. Special challenges. Dude, so like halfway through, like they could just randomly say, okay, now everyone, you can only trade gold. And you can only short it. So it's all timing based. Yeah, I'll take a look at that. So you're saying in the competition parameters. Ah, that's the easy answer that I wanted from the FAQ. Oh, I'm on queue. Whoa. We could do it. We'd win. I have so much practice there. I'm gonna be the one guy. Yeah, there's no drawdown, dude. I'm gonna be the one guy just all in, $25 or 25K. Quadruple it. Redo that like 5 times. I wonder if anyone would do that. I'm gonna have to watch the leaderboard, but yeah, I mean, it doesn't like Apex has, you know, even though it's not clear what their rules are and how they actually work, they have links all over the place. They're like, don't forget these rules, don't forget those rules. Yeah, exactly. Full port Friday. Just send it all. This doesn't have all that. I'm wondering if I have to watch this video to get more context. Oh, it's 30 seconds. Probably not going to offer me more context than this. But this is, yeah, literally like just send it. Yeah. I don't know, man. None of that. Yeah, okay, so NinjaTrader seems very open-ended. Alright, I'm gonna register. Registration ends. I forget what information I used for NinjaTrader like this. Let me just see. Is this... NinjaTrader Arena is different from Ninja... Oh, no, it's not. Okay, I already have an account here. Oh, for some reason... Yeah, so, okay, so... What, really? Oh my gosh, okay, hold on. What I was going to show you, though, the 11 days... Yeah, depending on the page, this is saying to join... What? Wait, yeah. What am I doing? I think the 4 days is because there's one on the 27th, 1, 2, 3, 4 days, and then there's one on the 3rd. So like depending on which one you're like looking at, it'll say like, oh, 11 days starts in 5 days, starts. Here's the qualifier 2, and then qualifier 3. So I think that's what it was. Here, let's look. This is for the actual final one. This is for the next qualifier. But yeah, I did notice that too a few times. Whoa. All right. Maybe making a new account could work, but I think it might be something they like. I want to check the rules real quick to see if it says like Ah, yeah, there you go. Should not use a user ID associated with any live trading accounts in their competition profile. Yeah, Mr. Burp, you're spot on with that. For safety reasons. Okay, so I have to make a second account. Okay. We're signing up. It's gonna be, okay, well, here's a tip. Actually, for people who don't know, this is actually a crazy good tip that, if you don't know this, it will change a lot of things. But basically, if you have a Gmail, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I was saying. Just send it on day one. But yeah, okay, so here's my Gmail without that NT Arena. I'm just giving you my Gmail here, sure. If you have a Gmail, my Gmail is ibrendan208@gmail.com. If you ever want to sign up for anything and you don't want to use that same email, you can put plus whatever you want in between your email and the @ and it'll send it to your original email with this little bit in there as well. So like, so I got it in my email, and I got it in my normal email, but it looks like that. To ibrendan28 plus NT Arena. Let me put that in Paint for you. Looks like that. You know, like they actually just sent it to my normal email address. So if you've never had that, it's really easy and good for making like a new account somewhere with the same email address but different credentials, if that makes sense. Password should be specified. Oh, I didn't specify a password, dude. Okay. And we made the account. So the qualifier 3 on the 3rd is the one I'm gonna have to join, so I'm gonna join that one. Join. Wait, I hit join. Do I have to join again? Yeah. First place. Whoa. Max visit. What? How am I supposed to make money with only 3 contracts? I can't double down. I can only double down like 1.5 times. That's insane. Join. Alright. I move my stuff off screen, not because I'm worried that people will see what I have, per se. But I don't want to spoil anything. I also have a lot of Minecraft stuff, so anytime I open up my stuff, I have to go through all that. All these pictures I'm going through right now, just to try to find a good profile picture. I don't even know where I have them. Let's see. I better not have one drive on. Did I hate when my computer automatically decides to turn one drive on and move all my files to a location that they can't exist and then mess with me? Windows is like, I hate it. I only use it because I still play games. I would go back to Linux, and I've thought about it a lot. I'm currently trying to find Into the Futures. Dude, I can't find my my profile picture. I wonder if I can use a a GIF as a picture. I can. I don't know if I should use the one I just picked though. I just picked this one. Which oh no, what did I just do? No, don't move that. I clicked into my stream for a sec to like move the window. But this is that's what I was thinking. It's dumb. It's from a show. But it would be so cool. Ah, here we go, here we go. It's in my downloads. The picture I'm looking for. Boom. Yes. Alright, look at that. There we go. Boom. What? I made my username that because I thought that's what was going to be on the leaderboard. Dude. Now I'm going to put like legit, and it's going to look... I'm going to put 2. I feel like that'd be pretty funny. Oh, man. Yo, Jason. GG noobs. You ask it to win, all it does is just somehow dox or DDoS all other users by like sending all of their computers just rapid requests so they can't submit any trades, and everyone loses. Jason, we're signing up for the Ninja Trader Arena. You should do this. It's free. It starts... Well, there's a qualifier on November 3rd. So we could start together. That's... Like, I'll get to you, and then on that Monday we can start. Could be cool. Okay, so... Gosh, I'm so bad with names because it really doesn't matter. But I really just wanted it to be the one I had. This is dumb, dude. I don't want to be like XX. I think it'll be funnier if I just do it like this. Into the Futures 3. There's probably 2 others that were already made. Yeah, alright. So this one does look pretty cool. Doesn't look like there's really any rules besides like the position limits. Already 4396 people. Or is that the cap? I don't know. But yeah, that one looks cool. So we'll get started in 12 days. About 8 hours. We have that whole day to trade. Yeah, I really am curious with this rule set, like how people will trade. Very very curious to see what the trades would be like. Start closing out all these other windows I opened up now. And then I want to get that other stuff back over here. Because I still want to look at this other one too. This was looking cool. I don't know if there's too many spots left or if it's like open, if it's fully open. I don't know. But yeah, so okay, EOD loss. That's like different from drawdown, right? That's like they're literally checking it at the end of day. So like with that type of account, all of those accounts that I've lost so far, for the most part, could have been good with this type of drawdown, I feel like. It's like a lot of the times where I'm down, like, and I hit that limit, just a few minutes later, it swapped. So I'm wondering if that's what that means. That might be the type of account I also have to go for from now on. They don't seem to have real rules either. Oh, I guess this is like this is the scaling rule. Whoa. That's the scaling rule I need to implement, kind of. Yeah, so I need to definitely do a these should not be ints, actually, since we can do percentages or whatever. Contracts is an int. We're gonna make drawdown. And set that default to 2500 for now. And then we're gonna do yeah, so these two pieces here are going to be needed for a lot of the rules. This contract scaling one for sure. And this one for sure, the 30% negative. We need to know that stuff for both of these. Now, I don't think this one is as important. This is just... So as long as my profit target... Gosh. So when my limits are hit, originally my profit target is at, let's say, 10. So then the stop would be at minus 50, right? But that would be below and then if a limit gets hit, how we currently have it, then the next target would be at 5 P&L. So then we could only have it at 25 below. That might still work. I'm wondering if it makes sense. So like if we had them staggered, like I don't know, say this was a chart and the price is going, you know, like that. So our spot that we buy at, say we were longing and we bought like right here. Oh my god, I need the line tool. Then I'm thinking like what could happen is we have, you know, a limit right here and a limit right here and a limit right here. Now what I'm thinking with that stop rule, they're kind of telling us to put a stop. Like if this is here, or no, okay, initially we're at this point and we have a, let's say plus 10 initially. So then our first stop would have to be oh my god, dude. Probably would have to be down here, you know, like, okay, so this is going to be -10, -25, -45-ish or whatever. So the first one would be -50, right? But that's for the whole, that's for that initial position. So I'm wondering if this right here gets hit. Dude, why am I not able to draw? Then our profit target would shift down to here, you know, to +5. That's the new one. So then this would shift up, I think, to -25, right? Now my thought process here is whether or not this should actually be there for that. Because, so if this goes down that far, and we stop there, we lose those, right? But this would get hit first, actually. So that would adjust it even further up. And then we would just already be out of it. Like, I don't know how their rule, like, I don't know if this rule is like a real thing. I'm not sure how this can be calculated if we're like averaging into the position. Because the other idea is I would be at more of a risk of losing with my strategy if I have that stop there. If this gets hit and these go away, but it doesn't hit this next one and it goes like that, then my stop loss is actually a guarantee loss. You know, like it's like making me lose money. So I'm gonna have to see how I can like fit into that and where they actually end up being like drawn, because this rule's kind of dumb. But also the other idea that this rule, like I don't know, there's like maybe more elsewhere that they have for this rule, but it's arbitrary. You can just, if your profit target is 10 ticks, I'm just gonna set my profit target to 100 ticks, you know? and then I have a 500 tick stop, to make sure I'm not taking excessive losses relative to my target profits. Like that might be what I have to do if this rule doesn't have any other real information about it. That or I go and email Apex. I was thinking about doing some videos to document and clarify the rules of Apex, because there have been plenty of times where I've had to ask, so for like all these, like asking them to specify what a single trade is. So like each of my lines, each of these is a single trade. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are all a trade. So that was something I had to figure out. But yeah, I don't know if this 5-to-1. Let me see if ChatGPT has more on it. Nice, yeah, that's definitely what I would prefer. Just more entertaining. Nice, yeah. That. Hopefully it doesn't also do that in the opposite direction in like 20 seconds. Wait. Stop loss 5 times the amount of profit target. I'm pretty sure ChatGPT has this wrong. Guys, this is one of the spots where ChatGPT would destroy your life. That's not true. Wait, maybe it is. I tried that and it says, yes, you're right. And then it'll say something wrong immediately because it's trying to justify how it was not wrong earlier. Oh. Okay, wait, never mind. This is not wrong yet. This doesn't violate the rule. Dude, I don't want all this I just want the math. Oh my god. Yeah, okay, this is literally all I asked. Oh, nice, Mr. Burp. Yeah, that's how I feel a lot of times too. All I asked it was why the one-to-one was illegal earlier, and it came back and said it's not, and it's telling me I'm the one who's confused when it's the one telling me stuff that's wrong. That's why ChatGPT is so annoying. Like, literally, people who aren't actually thinking about this will just accept this. And then this is how AWS goes down. You know that internet outage everyone just had? It's like this kind of stuff. Like people who think that they are the best vibe coders around and don't need to read their code or what math is actually being put in there. Vibe code it. And actually, a huge part of it, I think, I'd be willing to put money on it, is that these people, they don't know how to code, so they don't know how to write tests for their code either. So they ask the ChatGPT to also make the tests, and it makes the tests so that they pass because it needs to make them look good. And that's not how you should make tests. You should always make tests so that it makes the code fail until you can't make the code fail anymore, and that's when you succeed. And yeah, they're doing stuff like this. Like, this is so frustrating. Oh my god. Yeah. Two trades per push parameter. Hey man, it seems like your strategy knows what's going on, knows what to do. Um, what's my math actually on this? I thought they were like, threshold. Loop count, yeah. Threshold's 10. Like, this is extra trash. They add this to make people feel like they're talking to a person. Martingale scaling. Nah, man, this is better. Oh. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Is it really? Damn, dude. They went bankrupt, right? Wow. Yeah. GameStop, man. People didn't believe, and they left it. If people kept pressuring, man, it was going to destroy the U.S. Ah, man, the amount of money that they would have owed would have literally been more than ever enforceable. People would immediately understand how fake the market is, or flip out and attack everything. Damn, yeah, that's pretty crazy. I don't know, man. That's something I would have done on like my sim account in high school for sure. Definitely been like, yo, I just made so much. But when it comes to companies now on the market, it's like it's different. Like if you were to buy gold when it went down, that's cool. It's always going to go up. But any of these stocks, it's just a gamble because yeah, oh, nice. That's nice. Yeah, I wouldn't hold it for too long. I mean, don't trust me for this, but I haven't been paying attention to it. Nice, nice. Uh, but yeah, it's it can go to zero, unlike certain assets. I think they might have this rule to stop this type of trading. Ah. To the vegan burger moon. Yeah, I think a lot of these vegan companies are gonna go away soon. As soon as relative, but people will realize and they will get removed. A lot of it's greenwashing. They're just trying to make people feel better by saying that their stuff's better, and it's not. And a lot of times, the people who are vegan, I have nothing against vegans, by the way. I have things against people who try to make themselves feel better by comparing themselves to other people and saying that the other people are worse, right? Vegans, they do that pretty easily a lot of times. Um, I know people who are vegan for like dietary reasons. They're like, oh, this certain type of food, like, oh, I don't eat chicken because it makes my stomach hurt. And because of that, I just end up not eating meat a lot of times. So they're vegetarian or something. Or like, yeah, that's cool. But if someone's like, oh, I'm a vegan because it's better for the environment or because I don't want animals to die, all of those are just lies that you've been fed. Coming from someone who farms often, any vegetarian food you're buying literally killed so many animals, it doesn't even matter. And the fact that people are going for vegetarian over meat that is local, it's increasing that impact and they don't even realize it. So, like, if you're buying almonds, Sacred Cow, yeah, I'll have to look into that. But basically, the idea is if you're buying almonds or pistachios, those are coming from California, which has had all of its water basically legally reserved for those farms, and that's why they're always burning down. And all the animals that would have lived in those areas for these giant monocultures are all dead now. all the pesticides and whatever herbicides and stuff that they use destroy the environment and the animals there, and then all the shipping costs and all of that. So when people are like, oh, I'm going to eat a pack of Oreos versus I'm going to eat a steak that was grown by the farmer down the road, and they think they're doing better, it's literally just to make themselves feel better. Yeah. So soon enough, plenty of vegetarian and vegan companies will probably go out of business, especially with the idea that there's like unforeseen or consequences of having these diets. Um, so like the nutrition profiles of these foods is different, and they have to kind of concentrate vitamins and nutrition and add them and fortify the food. And when you have that, it can introduce other things into the food that you don't want. So like, take for example, mercury in fish. If you were eating fish all the time, certain fish have more or less mercury. How does it work? The smaller ones don't have that much, but as you move up in the food chain, they have more and more because they've been eating the small ones and concentrating it. So when it comes to like vegetarian and vegan food, when they want to get you your protein, or they want to get you certain vitamins, they have to take the small pieces, instead of like having a steak with all the protein, they take like the seeds, which have protein in them, but they also have a lot of heavy metals that are otherwise dangerous or considered toxic to humans, and they have to concentrate that protein into one area, and then all of those other heavy metals and stuff get concentrated too. And although they may test and say, oh, they're safe levels, you're probably getting more of certain things than you're expecting when you're eating vegetarian or vegan food. And when I say that, I'm talking about like processed food. Like if you're just eating like vegetables you're growing all the time, like that's totally different than if you're going out and eating like I said, or Oreos or like Doritos and stuff like that. Yeah, exactly. That's actually kind of what I'm referencing. So I'm not vegan or vegetarian, but I know a lot of them, and they were all talking about this and asking about it. I was like, well, it makes a lot of sense because of how they're concentrating it, and that's exactly what I said was the fish example. But then also all of those health products that are pushed, anything that's like a supplement, there's no checking on that. They don't check that. The FDA isn't required. Like, there's no required tests for safe levels of compounds in those. So any of those products they just can sell. So that's why the protein powders are that much worse. It's because they don't have to test. They don't care about safety. I mean, maybe some of them do. You know, that's their mission. Maybe they're like, oh, we're trying to make a better, healthier you. Whatever. In reality, it's capitalism, dude. They're going for money. And they're going to do it how they can. Whatever makes them the most money at the end of the day. A lot of times, fines and fees and things like that afterwards are just a cost of business. But yeah, like I said, nothing against people who want to like make the world better and try to like change their choices in accordance with that. I specified the thing I have an issue with is when people try to make themselves feel better by justifying how other people are worse. And they don't even know. Yeah, long rant, sorry. That's exactly what it is. It's misguided. I'll have to check out Sacred Cow. But I mean, that's how all of it is. Like, most of the issues in the US now, or the world in general, are like a misguided. People have been made to feel so shameful about themselves and feel so bad about the things they've done through organized religions and social media and all of that kind of stuff, that they desperately grasp for things to try to connect with and validate themselves with. And because of that, it's very easy to make them argue with each other also. So this is all maybe, I mean, in my eyes, an intentional product of the system to divide and conquer people and keep us all working. But yeah, so it is just misguided. A lot of it is. I don't actually ever carry any like hate towards individuals and stuff like that. It's usually towards systems and the constructs that have made the people the way they are. Like, I find it very hard to think that any individual is the core reason or core fault, or has the core fault of whatever issue had been happening. Like, it's controversial to say, but even like certain world leaders, when they do things that no one likes throughout history, like at some point they were a kid and they had parents guiding them and teaching them, and those parents were guiding them and teaching them based off of what they learned in the system that was set up by people who were there before them. So I'm just giving them the same type of benefit of the doubt I would give myself, the golden rule, so to say. It's not justifying their actions, but helps me explain why they are the way they are, and allocate some of the anger maybe towards the more deserving systems rather than the people. Holy cow, Mr. Burp. I'm like sitting here, that's wrapping up, just talking about all this stuff. Hopefully makes sense, and hopefully it's not too far off topic. I know it's completely off topic, but like, I don't know, sometimes this stuff's important to talk about or fun to talk about. But yeah. So yeah, back to what we were saying. ChatGPT sucks. Yeah. There's so many things like that. You know, one last thing. It's like, here's another one. Raw milk. Everyone is so afraid of raw milk now because of the media. Yeah, I know. ChatGPT is trash. But yeah, the raw milk thing for the media, it's like everyone demonizes raw milk and they're like, oh, it's so dangerous, so bad. But anyone who's ever actually, like, been around cows and, like, farmed knows it's not, and knows that it's, like, actually extremely healthy for you, and it can actually have huge benefits, like people who are lactose intolerant. The reason they're lactose intolerant is because they don't have the bacteria in their intestines to help digest the milk. So when you drink raw milk, it actually fixes that because the bacteria that are already living in the milk are digesting it for you. So like there's that kind of stuff. But yeah, there's overhype and underhype, but it's because of the confusion around it. It's not raw milk that is the problem. It's the farming industry and the practices around that. Same idea happens with lettuce when it has E. coli in it. It's like, how are they selling this? You can't eat raw lettuce. That stuff has shit on it. It's the farming practices, dude. Alright, yeah, probably. I like raw milk. I like it because if you've ever had it, first, let me disclaimer. I only ever get it from a farm you can literally go to, visit, and see, and pet the cows. If they don't let you do that, you can't trust them. They should have no issue with you seeing their cows, ever, if they're a good farm. If you can't do that, they might be mistreating the cows might be dirty, and then the stuff you don't want in your milk might be in your milk. But yeah, the flavor of raw milk is actually way better. I feel like the texture is a lot of times too, but it might just be because of the cream content. I normally buy pasteurized milk. It lasts a lot longer, but on occasion, there's only one farm around me that I buy it from, but yeah, generative energy. Alright, yeah, I'll keep this up. Protecting and restoring the wholesomeness of life. Yeah, alright. Mr. Rip, I don't know if you like farming stuff at all, but this guy right here is pretty crazy. Yeah, I'll look up the podcast too. Yeah, I have a podcast addict or whatever. I can get those episodes. But this guy, if you're ever wanting to make yourself a house that could be like off-grid, He has some really cool videos. The ones I really like are where he's doing like a general
Water coming from
topic that can be applied to anywhere. So this is just like how to recycle wastewater, and he builds like a general diagram talking about the processes. So then you can apply it to, you know, anywhere. Yeah. Drones for fence moving. Just have a drone with a giant dome, just picks it up and moves it. Boom. Uh, it could be cool. Yeah, similar. I mean, I want to make a forest. I want to get like a bunch of land and become a Bigfoot. Basically, just live in the forest and take care of it, wrestle bears and stuff. People are gonna be like, "You're gonna get killed." Nah, dude. Those bears, they'd see who was boss. But yeah, that would be cool too. That's the goal, man. The dream. Automate trading to the point where you can just do your other stuff that you actually want to do. Ooh. Could be a new channel to check. Ah, okay, okay. Yeah, this other guy, he does that kind of stuff too. Like he has, like you'll see, they have talk about all sorts of different regreening of deserts and stuff. He goes over some really crazy factories and stuff that have been inspired, but animal grazing is really good. Yeah, so if you use like these, you can see the shapes. They're making like swales, like little curves to catch the rainwater, and then you have the animals graze on those. Oh, well, I don't know how he does it, but like some of the things I've seen is like, you know, you're having the plants grow in those little tiny arcs, animals grazing, leaving their poop all over, composting it, building up the water. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yeah. Swales, I think. Or I don't know. But this whole guy, like most of this guy's thing is about water management on the land. So that's huge when it comes to all of these things, and it applies to like all of that. Um, yeah, water management. But yeah, like I mean, sure, plenty of his stuff is like just documenting some other people's things, but some of his stuff's pretty interesting. In this one, he goes over how America got destroyed by capitalism. They do the states in shapes of squares because they're easier to sell land in squares versus doing it by like the watersheds. And because of that, now that's why we have so many issues with you know, water resources and wildfires and everything like that being dried out and trashed. But yeah, Ninja Trader Arena. Okay, so in a couple weeks, we should be able to get our drones. Save planet. Yeah. Yeah, I've always been into that. Wednesdays are my days. I'm going to a farm later today to work on. I volunteer there. And so I've just been working on their compost stuff recently. I want to show them how to do pyrolysis. I put island there. So this actually was an inspiration here, but I don't know if you know what pyrolysis is, but basically they're distilling plastic into diesel. So they take all the plastic they find on the island, and then they have a tub that they put it in. They superheat that tub. They just put a fire around it, just wood, you know, paper, all the spare spam mail that you get. You just burn around this. It heats up the inside to the point where the plastics molecules break apart and it turns into vapor. It literally turns into diesel vapor, gasoline vapor, kerosene vapor, and then you just run it through and then condense it on the other side. And then they have just like tubs of these are all like different outlets of different densities of fuel. So yeah, when you get it, You can literally just take all the plastic on your house, turn it into fuel without microplastics, and burn it. And then, like, if you really want to, like, say you're burning the fuel to heat a greenhouse, you send that exhaust into the greenhouse. Obviously, you don't want people or animals in there, but the plants can take, the exhaust of that and use it to build. So many things, Mr. Burp. We got a lot to do here, okay? So, number one, we got to win the Ninja Trader Arena. Number two, the Tratify Grand Prix, or whatever. And post about it on WSOP trading, and then we build those things. But yeah, so I might be able to do one of those pyrolysis reactors soon. But yeah. All right, I have some coding to do and a farm to go work at a little bit this afternoon. But then more coding. Tomorrow we'll be back. Hopefully I have some updates so I can actually run some stuff, but I'm hesitant to get an account right now because it doesn't seem like their sales are good right now. Like, it's like a 50% off or whatever, so that's still like $100 for a 50K account versus their 90% off or whatever. But if they get another sale like that, I might go right to a 300 account, as long as I'm sure I'm like within all the rules. But yeah, I will. Oh, that's it. That's it. I just make my target 50, and my stop loss would be 250, and I would never worry. And then my market trails up to my target or closes if it needs to. Easy money. Okay, yeah, so we already figured out one thing for tomorrow. But yeah, I will see how much work I can do and catch up with you guys tomorrow. I want to get some coding done, so I got more to show you guys. But yeah, it'd be cool to get some sales going through Apex. I'll have to look at the other websites. I know you use My Fund of Futures a lot. I'll check some of those other things out. But yeah. Alright guys, thanks again for tuning in today. Sorry about yesterday and the day before. A lot of stuff going on. But we're getting there. Okay. See you guys.